Have you ever wondered what's on top of most people's wish list for life? It's freedom. Unfortunately, freedom is also the #1 thing that most people complain about of not having. We feel stuck in our jobs, our relationships, and sometimes even in our own homes. The most common reason why we get and feel stuck in anything is because we have created a dependency, at least in our minds, that is. It is important to remember that dependency is never an actual physical experience, but always a mental one. Of course, there are exceptions, for example, if you suffer from a severe physical disability. However, gratefully, that doesn't apply to most of us. What makes us feel dependent on our job, our relationships, or our environment is the trigger of our essential qualities. In my last video, I already explained what our essential qualities are. They are qualities that we possess from the day we are born. It's a gift from creation, or from our parents, whichever way you prefer to look at it. The most prominent essential qualities we possess are love, peace, joy, and strength. Everything we experience and everyone we interact with has the ability to trigger and thereby remind us of those essential qualities. Your entire world, and for that matter your entire life, is basically one mirror continuously bouncing back triggers that will make you sense your essential qualities. For example, our romantic partners tend to make us sense love. That is, as long as they do nice things for us or say nice things to us. Our jobs tend to trigger our sense of peace, as it makes us feel at ease knowing we have an income to pay our bills. Our trips away from home tend to trigger our sense of joy, as we immerse ourselves into exciting new environments. Competing in sports or taking part in other challenging experiences tend to trigger our sense of strength. What you need to remember from this video is that everything and everyone you experience has the ability to trigger your essential qualities like love, peace, joy, and strength. If this doesn't happen, then we will start looking elsewhere. Or in other words, when our essential qualities don't get triggered, or at least not enough for our liking, we will start avoiding the people or environments that aren't able to trigger us. Fact is that we constantly seek for triggers of our essential qualities. In principle, there is nothing wrong with this. However, it does become a problem if you have lost connection to your essential qualities somewhere along the way of living your life. If you currently feel stuck or dependent upon a person, activity, or place for your happiness, then that's a sign that you've lost connection to your essential qualities. Another sign that indicates that you've lost connection to your essential qualities is if you're currently experiencing constantly fluctuating mood swings, meaning you're constantly tossing between feeling happy one moment or day and unhappy the next. Examples of cases that indicate a loss of connection to your essential qualities include you having become dependent upon your romantic partner to experience love. This often happens in the form of one person as part of the relationship, whether it's you or your romantic partner, seeking constant approval from the other of being good enough. Many unbalanced relationships suffer from this issue. I know what it feels like to be an approval seeker. And in fact, I will publish a specific video about this topic next week. If you are currently feeling highly dependent, or probably more accurately, stuck to your job, then chances are highly likely that you've lost connection with your essential quality of peace, as most people who have become dependent upon anything that makes them feel safe. Generally speaking, if you have lost connection to your essential quality of peace, you might catch yourself trying to avoid risks at any cost, or even try a lot of new things for that matter, and therefore you might end up living an unnecessarily limited life. If you are currently finding that you've developed a dependency upon your dopamine highs in order to feel good, for example through the intake of food, alcohol or drugs, then chances are likely that you've lost connection with your essential quality of joy. From my own experience, that is a never-ending loop which will ultimately make you crash at some point. If you have developed a habit of continuously wanting to put yourself into difficult and challenging situations, then chances are highly likely you've lost connection to your essential quality of strength. People who have are likely to develop a lifestyle that enables them to constantly trigger their sense of strength. Or in other words, they end up constantly seeking ways for them to prove to themselves that they are strong. In principle, there is nothing wrong with wanting to challenge yourself. However, if you have become dependent upon those experiences in order to feel good enough about yourself, you can end up making life unnecessarily difficult and even troubling. Based on what people around me have shared with me and continue to share with me, I believe we've all been and felt stuck in any of the situations I just mentioned. In fact, based on what I hear and experience as part of my own life, I feel certain that many of us feel stuck or dependent in at least one aspect of our lives right now. Based on my own experience, I recommend the following 3-step strategy in order to free yourself from whomever, whatever, or wherever you feel stuck in right now. Step 1. After you finish watching this video, also make sure to watch my previous video on my YouTube channel about how to feel as happy as a baby again. By doing so, you will better understand the concept of you being love, peace, joy, and strength. This knowing will help you to create a mindset that sets you up for a life without unnecessary limitations and dependencies. Step 2. Then simply ask yourself the question, which of the aforementioned essential qualities is triggered by whomever, whatever, or wherever you want to escape from. Whichever quality comes up is the one that you've lost connection with. However, and more importantly, by realizing you've lost connection with it, you have also started the process of restoring your connection again. Step 3. Share your story with me by sending me a direct message or an email. I will then gladly arrange a personal call with you to assist you further to fully restore your connection to the one or more essential qualities you lost connection with, so you can live a life of sheer freedom as soon as possible again. In case you do not feel comfortable contacting me personally, you can also share your story using my anonymous contact form. You can find this form by clicking the link in my Instagram bio. Based on your story, I will then make a dedicated support video to help you complete your process of finally becoming free again. I will share the video through my YouTube channel as well as my Instagram profile, so anyone else can also benefit from it. I look forward to hear from you.